This is quite a great book you have here.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit more about how you came across it.
Sure. I'm a book collector, and about 7 years ago, I heard of a collector who had passed away, lived in Mexico, and he was an avid Captain Bligh, Mutiny on the Bounty fan, and he had a lot of books of Captain Bligh and the whole Mutiny on the Bounty.
Right.
And so a year later, the books came up for sale at Sotheby's in New York, and I was a fan too. And so I went up there and I bid on this book and a few other ones for sale by the estate, and I was successful in getting this.
Yeah, it's quite a weird thing. Obviously, as you know, this is a first edition of Bligh's Voyage to the South Seas, the famed Mutiny on the Bounty, which in and of itself would be quite a nice book. But what really makes this one special is that this has a letter written by Captain Bligh. And in addition to the letter by Captain Bligh, there's also a little clipped signature by Bligh. And if that wasn't enough to make it great, it also has a poem by Keats written for Captain Bligh
Right.
tipped into it. So really extraordinary. Somebody really loved this book. And certainly he was a great collector and added all these things onto it to make it a really special treasure you have here.
Well, what was interesting, he had a ton of Captain Bligh books, and what a lot of book collectors do is they put their own book stamps.
Or book plate.
Right, a book plate, right. And he has this little stamp in here that all of his books have right here.
Oh, okay.
And what I love about collecting is that, knowing the provenance, the history of the books.
Yeah, that always helps.
And I just feel grateful that I'm able to have several books by this gentleman who was an avid collector in Mexico.
I think if you were to ever consider selling this would probably bring about $40,000 or so.
Wow, well, that'd be great. I don't sell any of my books, but it's nice to know that it's certainly gone up in value since I bought it.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's a really wonderful find.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for showing me.
Sure.
Appreciate that.
Absolutely.